When traveling, you could stay at another boring hotel. Or you could stay here. Now, everyday people are transforming their homes and renting them out to total strangers, offering travelers unique and creative places to stay. The short-term rental trend is global, and despite some criticism, it's here to stay. I renovate and flip houses for a living. Creativity is in my bones, and my job depends on me thinking outside the box. I'm looking at 3 historical properties that are available for short-term rent. They've all been restored by their owners to give guests a unique and remarkable experience while also preserving these gorgeous homes in the community. The first property is an 1850s Victorian mansion that was restored to honor yesterday, yet modernized to appeal to guests today.
There was definitely finding that balance, but it's great because now we have, I think, the best of both worlds.
Then a 150-year-old church that's been renovated into a sexy, minimalist retreat. Having that bed on the platform is...
Well, I mean, take me to church.
Yeah. And finally, a historic loft from 1875 that's been thoughtfully reconfigured to suit the needs of the present while honoring the past.
We are so obsessed with our original windows. We're not touching them for as long as we possibly can.
The trend of restoring historical homes for short-term rental is booming. In a time of quick builds, sterile, cookie-cutter hotels and homes, and easy big-box furnishing, there's something romantic about surrounding oneself in history and craftsmanship.
Historical properties capture a moment in time, so when they're marketed online with photography, it's quite exciting for someone who's looking to rent to stumble upon those types of properties. It's a chance for them to experience something from the past, but blended with modern-day conveniences, which is a win-win.
Crafting a historic home into a successful short-term rental takes patience and dedication. Homeowners are lovingly creating unique places to stay that hold a piece of history. This historical property was built in the 1860s and was named after its first landowner. It has a beautifully designed interior that features modern amenities mixed with old-world charm. Let's head inside. When Jamie and Anna first saw the property, it was love at first sight. They knew they needed to update it, but wanted to respect the beautiful historical features.
This house was first built in 1859, and its architecture reflects the Victorian architecture of this region. Also, like a lot of houses of this period, it's been added on to more than once, as it passes on through different generations and finds different uses by different people. Visitors to the home can either stay in the main house itself, or they can stay in the loft, which would originally have been home to horses.
Hi. How are you?
I'm good. This space is stunning.
Thank you.
Wow.
We did fall in love with this property. It was really special.
What's the layout here? What do we have in the space?
Well, it's 3 suites. What we're standing in is the original stable and the main house, which was, we believe, 1860s. And then there's a 1-bedroom suite next door. So there's 3 suites in total.
Wow. What did it look like when you bought it?
It had a similar layout. The foundational pieces were there, but we did a pretty heavy renovation. So this space here that we're standing in right now, the loft, when we first walked in, there was extra closets and the whole room was painted red.
Jamie had the bravery and vision to demo. And the reveal, I was almost in tears of excitement.
I'm so glad you kept a lot of these original features. The floors in here are amazing. And of course, all the beams everywhere. It's sort of rustic, but you've kind of wrapped it up in this really modern style. You know, some people would come in and just modernize. You guys have done a great job of modernizing, but still keeping those kind of historical elements. Why was that so important?
Well, I mean, I grew up in a home about this age. And my parents were there for 46 years, and they stewarded that home. So this sort of sense of history was there for me. I was more of the preserver. Jamie was a little bit more daring with some modern touches. So I think the two of us coming together brought that.
We took really special care to preserve the historical details. You can't replicate that. We implemented contemporary, double-glazed windows. We refinished all the kitchens. We did the countertops and found a new color palette and then decorated. So there was definitely finding that balance. But it's great because now we have, I think, the best of both worlds.
Do you have elements in this space that were really personal to you?
That rocking chair there was my childhood rocking chair. That rocking chair there, my mother nursed me on and my sister. These old chairs that we, are everywhere in historical homes. We then spray painted them fun colors so
Pastel
that
colors.
there was just a pop of something new. That tin table is from my parents' home, and my mom, that was her art table. You know, that old wagon coffee table, that piece we found at an antique fair, and it just felt absolutely right for the space.
We used local artists wherever we could, so the countertops were made locally, and same with the fireplace mantle. So it was fun to be able to use the resources locally and see how it transformed the space.
And you, right from the beginning, you had the vision that this was always going to be a short-term rental space.
Yeah, that was our...
Well, there was one moment where we're like, maybe we should move in.
There's always moments where I want to move in here and just rent.
Yeah, but isn't that the great thing about short-term rentals? Because when you want to spend time here, you can.
Yeah, it's been great for our families and friends and gatherings. You know, it's been really special, actually. The dream was to create a space where people could gather.
I think you've just done a really nice job of marrying the history and modernity, and it's a really breathtaking space.
Oh, thank you.
Do you want to see some more?
I would love to.
Okay, perfect.
For travelers wanting a little privacy in a self-contained unit, the one-bedroom suite is an excellent option. This is another gorgeous space. Wow, look at these floors.
I know, these are our pride and joy.
And we have someone else joining us as well.
This is Esther. She comes with the place.
Oh my goodness, she's adorable. Tell me about these floors, because they are just so impressive.
Well, we pulled up the carpet and cried with joy when we saw them.
Like, you don't see wide boards like this anymore.
It's very unique. We were really careful about the preservation. They are the focal point of this entire suite.
Why was preserving this history so important to you?
It's part of honoring the community and honoring the area.
And also, it's just so unique to come across a building or a home that has everything handmade. I mean, all of these floors were handmade, and all of the trim and just a lot of our furniture as well is handmade. They are made with so much quality. We think it's important to steward this type of history. You know, it took a lot of intention and planning and care to preserve them and bring them back to their original glory, but it is our responsibility.
And well, now you've given it that lease of life so it can kind of be celebrated for another 200 years.
We hope so.
Yeah. Do you find that your guests that stay here, is that kind of a big draw for them? Is that one of the things they appreciate most when they stay here?
A lot of our generation live in condos or, you know, it's harder to find the sense of spaciousness if we're urban dwellers. And, you know, high ceilings or original plank floors. And so they come here and they exhale. They feel, oh, this is different. This is new. This has history, texture.
And it feels authentic in here as well. You know, it doesn't feel like something that's staged as a historical place. I really love the way you've kind of married everything together.
It's sort of what would we enjoy in a space? You know, we've all been to B&Bs with lots of, you know, chintz sofas and lots of doilies, and it's nice to be in a place where it feels fresh and unmusty.
So what was the goal and the vision for this space?
Sanctuary, gathering, community, family. Retreat.
You feel like you've accomplished that?
Definitely.
Yes, it's just, it really brings me so much joy, especially when we get letters and presents from our guests. It feels like we're offering something where people can
be inspired.
Yeah.
Well, you guys have created a truly beautiful rental, so thank you for showing me around.
Oh,
Thank you for coming.
Come stay sometime.
My boys will love it here. What an incredible opportunity to explore this 170-year-old property. It's been lovingly restored with great attention to detail so that guests can enjoy this historical home in a serene and stylish setting. I'm pleased that they've retained so many of the original features, like those wonderfully restored floors and the pine cladding with the whitewash. What I love most about this space is that it celebrates history. It's classic country design, but elevated. I can see why guests are lining up to come back. Restoring historical homes for short-term rental takes a keen eye and patience. Jamie and Anna meticulously updated their property by uncovering the past.
We pulled up the carpet and cried with joy when we saw them.
And our next homeowner paid her respects to yesterday by reimagining a classic. This 150-year-old church has been converted into a stunning open-concept short-term rental. This unique property is nicknamed the Sanctuary for its serene nature. I can't wait to get inside.
In this part of the world, many of the most beautiful buildings are churches. But since many of these churches are now losing their congregations, the question becomes what to do with these structures. One option that many people have been exploring recently is actually occupying them and turning them into homes.
Tara loves the history in this 1874 Methodist church. She bought this property to renovate with renters in mind. She wanted to respect the history while updating it to create a warm and inviting space.
This is a cool piece of history. I wonder what it's like inside.
I think that's an interesting thing.
This one piece will make 52 layers.
Watch on mobile devices or the big screen. All for free. No subscription required.
Wow.
Hello.
Hey, this is huge. It's beautiful in here.
Thank you.
Wow.
Welcome.
Describe to me what the place looked like when you first bought it.
The couple who lived here previous used this space as a yoga studio. They had restored the floors, which was amazing. The walls were yellow and purple, so it wasn't really my aesthetic. The bones were there. We just had to flip it around and make it a little bit more sexy.
Had you always intended this space to be a short-term rental?
No, I wasn't quite sure what was going to happen with this. The more I thought about making it work for myself financially, it made the most sense for this to be a short-term rental.
In many ways, you got really lucky because there are so many gorgeous kind of historical features here.
Yeah. For me, it was important to blend the old with the new because that is my aesthetic.
So how long was the transformation process from taking it from what you purchased to this spectacular space we see now?
It was a process. As with any renovation of an older building, there were some cheeky surprises.
Okay.
One, the entire roof needed replacing. So like the most unsexy thing that you could possibly imagine, had to do it. Crazy amounts of money, horrible, horrible, barf, barf. Then the second thing that was discovered in the attic, one of the posts was on a 45-degree lean. So like a huge structural issue, completely unanticipated and actually quite terrifying.
Yeah.
Rectified, safe, no one's gonna die. But it took a minute and a lot more money than I think I was ever anticipating. So I think we started working on it when we moved in January and had it ready for August.
What was your design inspiration?
Good question. I wanted people to come here and actually feel like they were in a sanctuary. I just thought, okay, what does a lady in her mid-30s want to relax? She wants a bathtub and a comfy bed.
Well, okay, so let's talk about this because I think the ideas here are really great.
Yes, the nook for the bathtub it's like my pièce de résistance. I love it so much. So we built in these archways and I wanted to make it like really sexy, really kind of like private in this extra large space.
And you know, the design concept here with having everything so open plan is really fresh and unique.
Thanks.
Was there a reason why you chose to go with that layout?
I had no choice. There was nothing else in here. So you walk in, it's a giant room. My challenge was figuring out how to make a giant room make sense structurally. So how to block off small areas to make it feel intimate enough that people aren't feeling like, it's like too big because too big can feel too cold. So creating those little areas of living and loving on the bed and like relaxing in the tub, all of that was very purposeful and meant to be experienced separately, but as a whole as well.
I just love what you've done over here.
Thank you.
It's so fascinating. It's hard to create intimacy in a big space like this, but you've done it really well.
Thank you. Building this little nook into the middle of the room was really important to create conversation and connection with people who were getting away together for the weekend.
Why did you want that bed to be such a focal point in the space?
I literally thought it would just be so sexy to be like on this like raised platform making sweet love to your partner, like looking out over this like beautiful church space.
I really thought about that.
Like I actually like really thought about it. Like I said to my contractor, I was like, I want people to make babies in here. Like I want this to be like a dream space.
No, it's super, super simple, but just really effective.
Thank you. I wanted people to come in here and feel like it was a luxury experience for them.
What is it that you love about short-term rentals?
I love that I get the opportunity to show off this beautiful space that otherwise wouldn't be available to anybody other than me. It's also really cool to meet new people and have them come in and share my space with me and get to know them and hear their stories and be a part of their history. Like, we've had a number of engagements happen here, which is really cool.
Yeah. What kind of handmade items do you leave out for guests?
I tried to think about what would make me feel really at home if I was coming away for a weekend. So body products and bath salts, which are locally made, which I really love. You know, we try to leave flowers out. I always try to bring some wine from a local winery, little love notebooks on the bedside tables. I also make sure that there's always coffee here, because if you need nothing else in the morning, it is a really good cup of coffee.
What's your favorite thing about this space?
Oh my
If you can just pick one thing.
One thing, that's so hard. My goodness. I've loved everything about this. I love hosting. I love all of the space. I love my weird giant hammock. Like, I love all of it. I think the thing that this has taught me the most about is myself and my aptitude for things like this. Like, I had never done this before, and I would really, really love to do it again in another space.
I absolutely love it. You've done a great job here.
Thank you.
So, you've had it for 2 years? The Sanctuary is a contemporary restoration in a historical home that encourages guests to relax and unwind. It's breathtaking. It's a fabulous conversion with something new and beautiful to discover everywhere you look. The architectural challenges Terra faced have resulted in a really interesting and impressive space that's completely unique. Terra repurposed the church and redesigned it specifically with renters' optimal relaxation in mind. I love the black tub under the archway and the magnificent raised platform bed. This space is incredibly calming, and that's what gives guests a stand-out rental experience. Buildings of the past hold memories, nostalgia, and history. Short-term renters eager for a sentimental stay can soak up the charm at the Ferg. And those looking for a renewed vision of the past can stay at the Sanctuary. And guests seeking a modern twist on a classic storefront will be right at home in this next property. These storefronts have been here since 1875 and were built as the center of this farming community. Hidden above them, the apartment has been transformed into a spectacular loft rental with tons of original features. Let's head inside.
This dwelling is in some ways very traditional. The model of having a store downstairs and living spaces upstairs goes back a long way. When this building was first constructed in the 1870s, this is exactly how it would have been laid out. So the owners are in some ways bringing it back to its original layout.
3 years ago, Tanya invested in this commercial property with big dreams, but it needed even bigger renos. The dilapidated restaurant downstairs and outdated apartment above were no match for Tanya's keen eye and hard work. Now, renters have access to a private, New York-inspired apartment that retains its connection with the past.
Oh, nice. Tanya?
Hi, Katie.
Oh, hey.
How are you?
Good. This is such a cool space.
Thank you.
I love this monochromatic scheme. Actually, the way that you've done that black trim, it really picture frames all of these original windows.
We are so obsessed with our original windows, so we decided to really feature them in the space.
It's rare to find sash windows that are still in such great condition.
We're not touching them for as long as we possibly can.
What was your inspiration for this space?
Because it's so small, we kind of wanted to open everything up. So letting the walls be white and kind of grounding everything with the darker floors was our way of really opening up the space.
Yeah, it's really bright in here. When you were furnishing the space, what was your approach there?
Because there's so much history in the baseboards and the floors and just the actual height of the ceilings, we wanted to keep everything else pretty modern. We love the juxtaposition of having some old, some new, and mixing it all together.
What other historical components to the space did you sort of refurbish or kind of cherish?
Something that we really love is our fireplace. It was covered when we got here, so really peeling away the layers and learning what's behind was key.
It's just nice to sort of see that original brick and kind of adds extra warmth to the space.
We think so too.
These were the original floors,
yes.
I'm guessing. Why did you take that bold decision to kind of paint them out black?
So we had a few issues with the floors, a few of the boards we've kind of replaced. So painting them black kind of hid some imperfections, but at the same time, you're able to really feel the character of the space.
What did it look like when you got the keys for the first time and came in?
Different, definitely different. Everything was very sectioned off. All the bedrooms were very much small, dark. Everything was boarded up in terms of windows and stuff like that. So it took a lot of peeling back layers to see what we were working with. But the initial time we came in here, we could see the potential right away.
Did you have to reconfigure the space when you were getting it ready for short-term rent?
Yes, the bathroom was a real challenge for us. It was quite small, so kind of pushing into this kitchen area and making this a little bit more manageable, a little bit smaller, which is okay for short-term rentals. We were able to make a way bigger bathroom and let a lot more people stay in the space.
Yeah, well, let's take a look at the bathroom. Oh yeah, it's got great flow in the space. I think those structural changes you made were really good.
We wanted to make sure that it was big enough to sleep 6 and for everybody to kind of be able to do their morning routine comfortably.
And I love the way you've designed in here. I love this striking floor and then that you've kept everything else really neutral.
So do we. The bathroom is the first thing our guests see up the stairs, so we really wanted to impact it with some fun.
Yeah, they're really striking and it's kind of nice to see that black and white theme repeated in here as well.
Thank you. Let me show you a bedroom.
Yeah, let's take a look. Oh, what a pretty space this is. Wow, and it kind of feels softer in here.
We really want our guests to relax, so bringing some texture and some softness to the bedrooms is a great way to wind down.
Again, we've got the great ductwork and this tongue-and-groove ceiling. You kind of really created great continuity around the space.
Because it's so open concept, we knew that we wanted to keep things relatively the same in terms of the design elements, but really switch out things in each unique bedroom.
Yeah. And then just take me through the layout of the whole space.
So this is our biggest bedroom with a king bed. The second bedroom is a bit smaller, but still roomy with a queen. And then our third bedroom has 2 single beds. So we can allow for a lot of different parties to make themselves comfortable.
It's really smart in short-term rentals to kind of give guests that flexibility. You know, you can have families here and big groups, but everyone gets their own identity in each bedroom. Are there any kind of handmade touches and things you've brought into the space?
We are a real hub in this community for great local artisans, so being able to feature them wherever we can in the space is something that we really like to do.
I think it's so great that you have the eye to be able to kind of find these things and curate them and bring them into the space. It makes it sort of really unique and interesting. You've done a really great job with this space. It's beautiful.
Thanks so much, Katie. You're welcome back anytime.
Oh my God, I will be back for sure.
Tanya has transformed this historic loft into a must-stay for renters visiting the area. She kept the architectural integrity of the building intact while incorporating handmade details. There's pieces from local artists and personal touches like succulents and customized signs. I'm in love with her daring black and white color scheme. It's striking and totally works for this space. Reducing the kitchen and creating an impressive bathroom was a great decision and one that renters are relishing. The historical features in this space are great. The beautiful fireplace, the original stairs, and it's flooded with light from the sash windows that are beautifully framed by that black trim. She really has done a great job capitalizing on some of the old charm that already existed in the space. I've seen 3 quality renovations that have been carefully thought out to really honor the history of these homes. Jamie and Anna had a clear vision for their rental. They wanted a minimalist space, but they also wanted it to be inviting and historical. Tara transformed a local church into a one-of-a-kind short-term rental. It's a breathtaking space that retains many of the original elements of this 150-year-old church. Tanya created a cool getaway that reveals the architectural features she uncovered as she gutted her commercial property. I love how these homeowners have repurposed these historical spaces, offering a stylish and distinctive experience for guests, all mixed in with a little piece of history.